Bird feeding. Written by green_gay_guy. Dubbed by Melberry Stars. Summary.
Problem child, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm feeding a bird.
That's a grown-ass man.
What? Or, Izuku likes feeding all the birds at his local park. Who cares if a bird just so happens to be a grown man? That doesn't matter at all. Izuku was having a rather lovely day, honestly. Who wouldn't on a day as beautiful as today? Birds of all colors and sizes soar and dance across the sky. Some birds hop across the ground searching for food to eat. The sun was resting directly above, warming the otherwise cool day. Children play in a nearby park. Laughter and talking drifted over to Izuku in the wind. One kid was chasing a squirrel around with joyful squeals of laughter. Another kid watches on a park bench, looking absolutely horrified. Izuku sighs happily and flops down on a shaded bench. The pro hero that had once been sitting alone startles and nearly falls off the bench. The greenette looks from the hero's bright red wings and back to his startled face. His smile becomes a little sharper. Just the hero he's looking for. Izuku pulls out a Ziploc bag with breadcrumbs and holds them out to the hero.
Want some breadcrumbs, bro?
The winged hero blinks dumbly at him for a moment. He looks slowly at his own wings, back to Izuku, then down at the small extended breadcrumbs.
I don't know if I should be offended or not,
HAWKS stated very slowly. I don't care about that. Izuku shrugs. He shakes the bag of breadcrumbs in HAWKS' direction. Do you want the breadcrumbs or not? HAWKS narrows his eyes before hesitantly holding out his hand.
Sure.
The hero says, eyes still narrowed. Izuku smiles, looking slightly deranged, and gladly hands over a handful of breadcrumbs. HAWKS takes them. He tosses a few in his mouth and tries to make sure the ones in his hand don't fall onto the ground. He continues to eat the breadcrumbs with the most deadpan look Izuku's ever seen. He keeps his eyes forward, not even sparing Izuku a glance. Izuku suppresses a laugh as he takes 2 water bottles from his book bag. He sets one in his lap and places the other beside HAWKS. HAWKS takes the water bottle and takes a quick swig. HAWKS holds out his hand and makes a gimme motion. Izuku places another handful in his waiting hand. Izuku has to suppress another laugh as HAWKS stuffs half of the handful into his mouth. The pro then proceeds to nearly hack up a lung as he chokes. Oh fuck, HAWKS says once he was sure he wasn't gonna die.
Not doing that again.
You enjoying the breadcrumbs? Izuku asks with amusement.
They're fucking delicious,
HAWKS says blankly. Good, good. Izuku hums, rummaging through his book bag once more. You ready for the main course?
Main course?
HAWKS asks apprehensively. Izuku dramatically pulls out a container of still warm dino nuggies from his bag and holds them out for HAWKS. HAWKS gasps with a complete and utter delight. Izuku laughs and pushes the container into HAWKS' waiting arms. The winged hero takes the dino nuggies like they were made from the gods themselves.
I love you,
HAWKS breathes. I'm a minor, Izuku says.
Not you,
HAWKS says.
Them.
HAWKS holds up the dino nuggies with complete look of awe on his face. He brings the container back down onto his lap and caresses the sides while carefully opening it. And just like that, as soon as the smell of dino nuggies hit him, all the cheerful and caring actions were gone. HAWKS started snuffing the dino nuggies into his mouth like he hasn't eaten in his entire life. Izuku laughs, a full laugh of shock and concern. You might want to slow down. You could make yourself sick, or you could choke again.
Shut the fuck up,
HAWKS says after each word after shoving another dino nuggie in his mouth. Okay. Izuku chuckles, holding his hands up in front of him in a I surrender motion. He settles on just waiting until HAWKS is finished to talk to the man again. Once HAWKS was finally finished, he leans back on the bench with a satisfied sigh, a soft smile on his face. The winged hero turns the smile to Izuku, who smiles back instantly.
You're a wonderful person,
HAWKS states. Thank you, Izuku beams.
I want your phone.
Hawks says, holding out his hand. What? Izuku says, blank in confusion.
I want your phone.
Hawks repeats.
Give it to me, please.
Okay, Izuku says hesitantly. He hands his phone over. Hawks types something into Izuku's phone before handing it back. There was a new contact in it.
That's my contact info.
Hawks stated, standing up.
I like you, so you can have it.
Izuku stares at the hero in awe. This went way better than he thought it would.
Anyway, I gotta go. See you around, kid.
Hawks is gone, flying off into the sunset. Well, not sunset since it was only 1:30 p.m., but that doesn't matter. Izuku skips into the UA dorms with a smile on his face. His smile doesn't even falter when he sees Aizawa waiting for him with a frown on his face, since Aizawa was frowning nearly all the time. Hey, Aizawa-sensei! Izuku chirps.
Problem child, you were supposed to be back 30 minutes ago.
Aizawa says. Well, Izuku says, toeing off his shoes. I was walking through the park and I saw a really pretty bird, so I decided to feed him breadcrumbs. I did, and now I have a bird friend. Aizawa sighs.
Next time, get back to the dorms when you're supposed to.
Yes, sir. Izuku smiles, walking past his sensei. Okay. Izuku says urgently. Aizawa-sensei is about to come this way. Remember the plan?
Yep. Hawk smirks.
Okay. Izuku says, flapping his hands as he shifts from foot to foot. Just go with what I say, yeah? Mm-hmm. Hawks hums. His eyes snap to something behind Izuku.
He's coming.
Hawks drops into a crouch on the ground. He's there with his chest resting on his knees. Izuku doesn't turn back to look, but instead just starts tossing breadcrumbs in Hawks' open mouth. Izuku has to work very hard not to laugh when he hears Aizawa-sensei sigh softly behind him.
Problem child, Hawks, what the fuck are you doing? Problem child, Hawks, what the fuck are you doing?
Aizawa demands. Aizawa-sensei! Izuku cheers, only now turning to face his sensei. I'm feeding the bird friend I told you about the other day.
Sup, Hawks says with a wave. That's a grown-ass man, and very much not a bird.
Izuku looks between Aizawa and Hawks, a fake look of confusion on his face. What are you talking about? Izuku asks. That's clearly a bird.
Yeah, I'm clearly a bird.
Hawks agrees. See? Izuku exclaims.
Can I have some more breadcrumbs?
Hawks asked, and pointed to the bag in Izuku's hands. Sure. Izuku tossed some more breadcrumbs into Hawks' mouth.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Aizawa looks between the two people, idiots, in front of him with a look of utter disdain. He runs his hand down his face, slumping forward tiredly. He sighs loudly before just turning around and leaving.
Be back at the dorms at 4, problem child.
Aizawa calls over his shoulder. Yes, sensei, Izuku calls back. Hawks waits until Aizawa is out of sight before standing up. He stretches his back out. He winces slightly when it pops rather painfully.
How many times do you think we have to do this before he just kills us?
Hawks asks. He holds out his hand for the bag of breadcrumbs. Izuku hands them over instantly, tilting his head in thought. Probably around 22, Izuku decides. Hawks asks, looking over to the greenette. Yeah, but it would have to be extreme enough that he would resort to murder, Izuku states.
Fair,
Hawks says, nodding his head. They stand there in silence for a few moments before Izuku asks, "You wanna go get some KFC?"
Oh, hell yeah.
Breaking. Mystery Teen feeds pro hero Hawks breadcrumbs.